just happened because I noticed that the chat is, like, going insane. I had to restart the stream because I kind of messed up the window. And apparently you're not supposed to resize anything while you're actually, you know, doing this. And that is just magical, as all of you know. So, you know. Yeah, I kind of fixed it. It was just, I was literally just had to restart the thing. So, yeah. Thank you. Thanks for being patient. I thought I said that I had to restart it, but apparently I may have been mistaken. So currently I gotta dig through the Creepypasta wiki. Pandora's box, that does not look interesting. Mainly because the name sounds stupid. That's actually kind of a part of my job here. I actually do look at the names, and your names, if you don't put much effort to naming your creepypasta, usually it's a sign that you did not put much effort into actually writing the story. So why don't we quickly go into nominations page of the pasta of the month to see. Oh my god, there is a lot of yeah, there's a lot of nominations here. So we got Ashes, Down to Rabbit Hole, Fear of Knowing, Tale of Robert Elm, Lonely Stars, Finally Awake, Fog Thing, I don't know, Jacko, A Very, Very Bad Clown. I remember I actually started narrating Jacko, A Very Bad Clown, but it seemed to be narrated in a very odd way, and I just didn't really like that at all. Is this really our nominations for October 2015? This is actually kind of bad. Alright, so a Figure in the Fog. Why don't we take a look at that one? And alright, author's note, sorry. This story is submitted as a part of Snake Tongue 2037's title writing contest, and it won first place. And it looks like it's using the poster. Oh my god, it looks like it's using the poster for, what the hell? Okay, so, what is this? Why is that using a poster for the Fog movie? No one, honey, but you tell her what I had to, okay, there's no grammar. How the hell am I supposed to be figuring out if they're talking, who's talking, well, oh, yay, they used it now. Okay, I'm not going for this one. Alright, so the chat consensus is to look at Ashes. So why don't we look at Ashes? And we can wait. Can definitely wait. This is annoying. Oh, lovely. You gotta love it when random internet problems pop up. Okay, there we are. There we are. Who doesn't love reading someone else's diary? The following is a transcription of several pages of burnt diary, exterior cover, Angela. Who writes diaries like this? All right. So, I don't. Have you guys actually, like, seen this story? Because it doesn't look very interesting to me. Kind of looks like a Ted DeCaver-esque story, and I'm already narrating the last part of Ted DeCaver. Where's the donate button? On my channel. On my channel. You guys should know this. But on my channel, there is a button. If you click on the channel, there should be a button that says donations ? With the PayPal sign. If you guys want to send a direct donation through that way, because some people don't like the idea of Patreon automatically charging them every month, you can do it there, and it'll be whatever, and it helps me out. We could go on to Some Ordinary Gamers Wiki, I suppose. I don't see that being a problem. I kind of want to find a story, though. So, okay, so we got the roulette wheel of stories we can look at. Demon and Devil sounds like what's interesting me as of the moment. Because I'm a terrible person. Oh, this will be on the channel later, so Max, you will have your revenge. Reed needs to work on the Some Ordinary Gamers Wiki. What do you mean work? I don't work anywhere. I just read stuff. Patreon's not a lot of money, actually. If you can donate like anything from 10 cents to like quadrillion dollars. It's really up to you. If you don't have any money, then don't donate. That's all I gotta say. But for a donation service, it's actually really well. And apparently I've received very few... No, I haven't received any complaints about it. Alright, so we got Silent Hill. Oh my gosh, it already makes me want to not be happy. Seven Gates of Hell. A little bit too on the nose. It doesn't... No, I like Hell. So, why don't I take a look at this? So I'm saying Halloween night, if you go past 7 black gates, you will see the gates of hell. What black gates? Oh. Oh. Uh-huh. Gate 7, okay, Gate 2. I was in a dungeon, and there were people tied up screaming in pain. One was being sawed in half very slowly. His body kept healing, ready to be sawed again. That seems really stupid. Let's not do that one. Alright, so let's check this out. Let's see if there's anything else here. We got Alone in the Void, which is magical. It's a story, I suppose. It's one that exists. Church in the Woods. Oh, that's a series that I'm probably not gonna do. Choke.exe. Is that really a demon story? Did you mislabel it to get more attention, Choke.exe? If I remember, it really wasn't a demon story. It was more of a story where you did stuff. And it was computers. So technically that should be under Computers Encrypted. The Devil's Circle. I like that one. And then we're also going to look at the Devil's Church, because I love stories that are about Satan. Mister, is it much further? Hannah asked. Lots of dialogue. I don't have friends right now. Read 22.22. Why don't I look at that? Is that in here? Alright, let's take a look at 22.22. Thanks for suggesting. Murder at the Manor. Everything was 22. From birthdays to death days, from the funeral bookings to graduations, everything in their family was 22, and yet they did not see the emerging pattern sooner. It was really odd. Okay. Vicar. I've actually already read Squidward's Suicide. Alright. We'll take... I don't really like 2222. I might take a look at it later, just... Oh, that's stupid. That's really short. Alright, Christmas Krampus. Why don't I take a look at that? Christmas Krampus. Every year on Christmas holidays, magical things always seem to happen. Some things are marvelous and joyful, like visits from Santa and snowmen coming to life. December... Oh, this looks really good, actually. This looks... Oh, God, that's kind of creepy as shit. All right. Found a story, everyone. This is story number 1. By the way, I'm not just narrating one story. I'm doing all the narrations I'm going to be doing throughout the week, so you guys can enjoy. because this is going to be a long and painful day for my back. All right, so why don't we take a look at this? Let me open my Audacity. Let's do one last test recording. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is a quick test recording to see if this sounds magical. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is a quick test recording to see if this... Yep, it's magical. All right, let's go into this. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Every year around Christmas holiday, magical things seem to happen. Some things are marvelous and joyful, like visits from Santa or snowmen coming to life. Many people say that they can feel the Christmas magical air just around them. Some things aren't so joyful. Around Christmas every year, kidnappings happen, murder and suicide rates go up drastically as well. Even horrid things happen. People often feel, yet rarely admit to themselves, a kind of holiday magic behind it. Although, it be dark magic. One example comes from a Christmas demon known as the Krampus. The Krampus is well known in countries like Switzerland for taking naughty children in the dead of Christmas Eve night. Here's one such account. December 6, 2013. My name is Ellie Rockford. I'm currently 7 years old as I write this. I confide in a journal. What? How are you 7 years old and know the word confide? What? You killed my love for the story. You killed it. This is stupid. I hate you. Alright, finding a new story. You ruined it. That line ruined it. You see, you think that these stories would be okay, but then you find something like that and then, Alright, demon without a name. We got children. The children entry too. Ooh, that sounds decent. This is my job. Oh. How is that a child? Amateur sketch of child who looks like a man with manly bodacious nipples. God damn it, Wiki. You get rid of all the amazingly bad stories, but you don't get rid of the terrible stories that are just not interesting. Like 7-year-old who knows the word confide and can speak like a man. Like, who writes like that? What 7-year-old writes like that? And I know that artwork is difficult and magical, but the thing is, if you cannot draw the difference between a child and a fully developed man, then clearly you shouldn't be putting it on your wiki page as... Oh, God. Oh, don't turn off the light. That actually looks interesting. Alright, don't turn off the light. Oh, it's another one of those. Okay, guys, let me quickly go over another tip for writing. And, if you guys are doing a story, please keep the focus on a group of people, or just one person, or, like, okay, when you have a group of people, it's actually really hard to do it unless you're doing story development in a manner where they're interacting with each other. And where a lot of people like to do like these family scenarios where there's a mom and a dad and a child, and those things get really boring because the child gets underdeveloped and the parents get underdeveloped and then no one's developed and they're dying and we're supposed to be sad because children, and I hate those stories. I really do. Stop doing those stories. Alright, so what's this necro sleep thing? It's a very long one. I need a shorter one. Okay, demons in the fog den, the devil children. The devil's game. I love the devil's game. That was a really good one. Devil children. Oh, it has that play with us line. See why finding a story is really, really hard? Because of this. Alright, what's a cryptid? Why don't we take a look at the cryptids? Goatman, Annalisa Goatman story, the Rake, the Wendigo, Mothman, Mankind. Alright, what's this Goatman thing? Alright, we'll do this one. I can quickly put this up tomorrow, so why don't we do the Goatman? Alright. Oh, by the way, I actually just, what I kind of do is that I, like, look down at the chat, and then I look at the story, and I look down at the chat. It's kind of hard. Alright, so let's go for this Goatman thing. It looks interesting, and we can narrate it. Testing microphone to make sure I sound bodacious like my nips. Testing microphone to make sure I sound bodacious like... Alright, let's do one more test. Test, test, test. Why is it testing? Test, test, test. Why? Alright, there we are. Alright, so why don't we quickly go on to this and do this. You say you love American legends. Well, have you heard of the Goatman? No? Then please allow me to enlighten you. I heard, oh god, I'm terrible. Yeah. You say you love American legends. Then have you heard of the Goatman? No? Then please allow me to enlighten you. I heard the legend when a power outage on our reservation made us decide to have a... Oh, I see. Not even narrating it properly. I'm not even narrating it. Okay. You say you love American legends. Have you heard of the Goatman? No? Then please allow me to enlighten you. I first heard the legend when a powder. I love powder outages. Hey, at least it is not Mexican Slenderman. That is right. At least it's not Mexican Slenderman. You say you love American legends. Well, my question is, have you heard of the Goatman? No, you haven't heard of the Goatman? Then please, allow me to enlighten you. I heard the legend, at least first heard it, when a power outage on our reservation made us decide to have a little campfire. As we all know, nothing goes better with a good fire than a good story, and that's where I learned about the Goatman. The legend goes that they shapeshift. They love human forms most of all, which makes them so dangerous. It's thought that if you find a bone of one or take a photograph and keep it in your house, it will wait. For what, you may ask? The answer is they'll wait for you to leave. Once you leave, they'll ransack the place until they find what you took from them. There was even an incident I heard that night, where some men met the Goatman face to face. It was a night like the one that I was experiencing. Some men had decided to have a fire in the desert and told some stories around it. Then a stranger walked out of the desert and took a seat, never speaking a word. No one really got a good look at the stranger, because that he, went to go do his own thing. One man brought up the legend of the Goatman, causing the stranger to listen more closely. At the end of the other man... Okay, so I fucked that one up. At the end of the other man? No. At the end... Oh yeah, it is Man, Bear, Pig. Uh-huh. At the end, the other man nervously laughed, the stranger still silent. The man decided to go back to their homes and put out the fire. They didn't have enough room for the stranger and figured that they could just hitchhike back at home. They just had left when they saw something chasing their truck. Afraid, they sped up. The creature sped up its pursuit as well. When it reached the truck, it flipped it over and dragged the three men off into the night. What happened to them, you will ask? They were never found. Be careful of the Goatman. They can shapeshift. Didn't I tell you? That homeless man begging for change could be one. Your boss, your teacher, your friends, they could be one. It's a bit short. I thought it was gonna be like 5 minutes. That was. I mean, it's an interesting premise. It is. Can we get one that is, longer? I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I mean, like, it was an interesting read. It's just I don't really think I would want to put something that short on my channel. I mean, like, it was only 2 minutes. But I like the premise. I mean, don't get me wrong. The writing is kind of presents it kind of terribly. And okay, we can go for disappearances. Pen pal, anomaly. What's anomaly? I like anomaly. Originally posted on /X. I guess I could say it. Have I read this before? I think I have. Let me quickly check something. Yeah, I have read that one. Well, that's sad. That looked interesting. Oh, wait, the Goatman is here too? Why is the Goatman here? Stop it. That's annoying. Alright, then you got Slenderman. Alright. Alright, why don't I take a look at this one? Dead Silence. That sounds interesting, but Deadwood Circles, Delivery, Demons, Devil's Jaws, Diary in a Mine, Dirty Movie. I could probably do some interesting effects for Dirty Movie, actually. I don't care. Allow it. Alright, let's see what else. It's okay. Made me mad. Oh, there's rape in it. I don't really like stories that have rape in it. Honestly, I don't really think adding sexual elements to, stories helps the story all that much. Huh. Alright. 9/09/17/10. Have I done 09/17/10? Oh shit, yeah, I did do 09/17/10. I had no idea that I did that. I guess I'll do that again. Or not. Because that would be stupid. Alright, so bedtime, binary DNA, the cell phone game, cure for cancer, dating game, the devil's game, the kidnap, doors. I've read doors, funny mouth. I can't read that because slime beast, hanging man hill, happy puppet syndrome, harbinger experiment. I've already read the harbinger experiment. The house that death forgot. I've always wanted to read that one, but there's too many little pink. The long list. Love. Why don't we look at the long list? That looks interesting. Standler. Alright, so what does this mean? You're free to share your reading. Non-commercial. Okay, so I cannot narrate this because this guy doesn't like it when other people narrate a story. My wife, No End House, No Born, The Number of Darkness, Operation Stingray. out in the woods. That was a good story. The pill psychologist. Blue psychologist. Huh. Alright, so why don't we take a look at this? It had been years since I touched Stefan. Hanging Man Hill. Why don't we take a look at that one? I usually go into SogWiki whenever I wanna. You know what? We can find a SogWiki. Why don't we go into SogWiki? Because this wiki is making me depressed. Just I never really find a good story. Oh, I was born in 97 on the 13th of November. So, this is 1 year after my B-Day. Huh. Alright. Have I narrated? You know what? Alright. I suppose we'll narrate this one. Good or bad, we'll give it an honest review at the end. So, with that being said, let's begin. Tricky advertising. It's about Postal. I don't really give a shit about Postal. Was gonna do it, but I just stopped caring. The 60-day game. Alone.exe, abandoned.exe, abandoned servers, abuse abyss, accepting the inevitable, ace combat, ace victories, adds adventure conquest, Attila theory, after school, the aftermath of 1945, after people, the age of seasons, the AI. Allah wants to play with you. I don't give a shit. Stop doing that play with me shit. Oh my god. Always crying, always watches. Amazing Mega Man, Amber. Amnesia, The Dark Descent, Amusement Park, The American Tale, FMM. Anthology of the Macabre. I know that a lot of you people may find this boring, or whatever. Can you not boo if you... Huh, that's kind of stupid. I am just live streaming myself doing what I normally do without you guys here. If you guys don't want to be here, then you can leave. I'm doing my best to put on as much theatrics as possible. I'm gonna take a look at here. You know what? We can do random pasta. Random pasta again. Oh, lovely. Author openly admits. Oh, this actually looks interesting. I like this one. That one. It's just really short. I'm 17. Huh. No, let's narrate the story and let's see how long it is. Okay. More than a historical monument. Why did I narrate that part? More than... Alright. Somewhere in Brooklyn, New York. Okay. Somewhere in the magical mythical land of Brooklyn and... why did I say and? Somewhere in the magical mythical land in Brooklyn, New York exists a narrow, old-style 12-story building. It looks like it was built sometime in the 1800s. However, the only documentation of the building was in the early 1800s. When it was first noticed, nobody really knows where the building, or rather, came from. But nobody has bothered to tear it down or do anything with it for as long as it's been around. In May 1902, a couple of teenage kids explored the building. Inside they found a single hallway on each floor of the building. Down each hall there were several doors on each side. On some floors there were 31 doors, on the others just 30. One even only had 28 doors. All the doors, the halls, and stairwells appeared to be very worn out, as if it was incredibly old or incredibly used. For some reason, all the doors had some rusty labels on them that read 1902, and they were all unlocked. All the rooms looked to be the same old, dusty, and appearing to be falling out. Oh, okay, I gotta redo that one part. All the rooms looked to be the same. Alright, just give me 1 second here. All the rooms looked to be the same old and dusty area, appearing to be falling apart as the rest of the building. The first 5 floors of the building were the same, but the teens said that they couldn't go down the whole 5-floor hallway. They said that there was something about it that gave them the chills, practically immobilizing them. 4 months later, it said that they went mad and committed suicide. After this incident, local scientists began to conduct experiments concerning the building. They sent in mental patients for a period of time and then observed their behavior. For a period of 6 months afterwards, all but 3 patients were able to emerge from this quote-unquote haunted building. It has been officially reported that only the truly heartless and insane were able to go into the building and emerge unharmed, considering that they were already insane before they went in. The building actually still stands there today, it's just that not many people can locate it. A small group of ghost hunters in December 2008 located the building, thinking that it's a phenomenon that was a result of ghosts. Go figure. When they went inside, it all looked the same way that was reported 100 years ago. There's just a few slight differences. All the labels on the door were, although still rusty, no longer read 1902, but now they read 2008. There appeared to be an extra room on the 2nd floor of the building. It was the same as all the other rooms. However, the ghost hunters were able to make it through the last floor of the building before some chilling feeling beset them. 4. There were 3 doors this time around that were locked. Their locations are on the 6th floor, on the 28th door down the hall. There was a locked door that had the label that simply reads 1914, and the smell of death apparently seeps from under the door. On the 9th floor, the first door is also locked. The label reads 1939. It also reeks of death. And there appears to be a German swastika that is carved into the door. Also, on the 9th floor, 11th door down, the hall is locked. It has a label that reads 2001. A slight layer of smoke can be seen drafting from under the door. In February 2009, the team of ghost hunters were admitted to the Mental Institute for the Violent and Abrupt Behaviors. They were deemed insane. Nobody knows what evil surrounds this building, but if I were you, I wouldn't go looking for it. This is simply more than a historical monument. You know what? I'll make this... I'll just do a few short stories. Because I cannot find good longer stories. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is a part of my live stream event where I am simply going through the best stories that the community can actually send to me. And then I'm going to narrate them. But due to not being able to find very many longer stories, I decided to make this an anthology of creepypasta. The next story will be... I just got a magical laugh. That's why my laugh is so magically evil. What's ooblu? I don't know what ooblu is. Alright. So... why don't we look at the genre listings? Dismemberment, dream sleep, Halloween, history. Oh, I like stuff that's about history. Anomaly. Oh, I'm from Michigan. I actually haven't read The Legend of Michigan's Dogman, so I'm gonna narrate it. What's Shut the Damn Door? Alright, we'll take a look at Shut That Damn Door. I thought you guys are actually kidding about that Shut That Damn Door thing, but apparently not. Alright, let's take a look. Oh, we have 43 people watching me. Holy shit. I wasn't even paying attention. I was just kind of, you know, doing my own thing here. Because, you know, I don't really do. What's Ubulu? Ubulu. Alright, we'll take a look at Ubulu, too. Let me, God damn it, you guys are typing so fast I can't copy this shit! I hate all of you. God damn it. Ubulu. Ubulu. Alright, let's do Shut That Damn Door, and then we'll read Ubulu, and then we can have our anthology story for Monday. Alright, so our next story is Shut That Damn Door. With that being said, let's begin. My parents' I already fucked it up. How do I fuck it up on the first 10 seconds? My parents died. Do you ever talk to Mr. Knight? Okay, since I am in a live stream and I can just talk magically, I can't talk to Mr. Nightmare. A lot of you may find this interesting, but I don't know I don't know who, I can't contact Mr. Nightmare. I don't have a Skype contact. I doubt he'll respond to me. I tried tweeting him, but he didn't respond. I sent him an email. I didn't get a response. Okay, it's like, the best way I could describe this is, me asking you to try to contact PewDiePie. It's kinda hard. I mean, I may be a YouTuber, yes, but the only way I can contact them is the same way you guys can contact them. And it's not like I'm gonna get any special preferential treatment just because I make YouTube videos on the internet. Now, sometimes I will, but most of the time, I can't. Okay, so for a lot of you who said that I should have contacted him, I can't at all. And I tried. You know, it's not like Kreetsick Pasta where I have him on Skype. I don't have Mr. Nightmare on Skype, so you're gonna have to deal with it. It's kind of hard. So that being said, let's begin. My parents died in a car crash when I was 14. Don't feel bad for me or anything. I've made my peace with that years ago. Life has never been great, but I do miss them. It's just that they taught me one thing. It's not to sit around while wallowing in self-pity. I just wish they hadn't sent me to live with my Aunt Louise. Anyone have... Okay, I'm gonna redo that. I didn't really like the way that came out. Alright, let's try this again. My parents died in a car crash when I was 14. Don't feel bad for me or anything. I've made my peace with it. I made my peace with that many years ago. Life with them was never really great, but I do miss them. It's just that they taught me one thing that I should not do, or really ever do, is just to sit around wallowing in self-pity. I just wish they hadn't sent me to live with my Aunt Louise. Does anyone have that one family member that's just a little strange? A little cut off from the rest of the family? Aunt Louise was ours. She was our closest living relative. Dad's family lived on the other side of the continent. Mom's parents were both dead, and she was the only child. And Aunt Louise, her mother and sister actually... Louise, her mother, sister, actually... Okay, I gotta redo that. Gotta do the Aunt Louise thing. Yeah, I know Mr. Nightmare is having real-world issues. My only issue is that I wish he didn't spend half the video that was supposed to be about his mom's cancer talking about mysterious big YouTuber. Aunt Louise, her... Alright, let's try this again. Aunt Louise, her mother's sister, actually, so my great aunt lived an hour from where we did. When my folks were alive, we rarely visited Aunt Louise, and to be perfectly honest, I half expected her to refuse to take me in. I was fully prepared to become a ward of the state or move across the country. But as soon as I heard that Children and Family Services have contacted her about taking me in, she accepted. I'm not sure how willingly or graciously, because I wasn't privy on the phone conversation she agreed to take me in on. But I was surprised, though, at how nice she was to me for the first 3 days that I was there. I wanted to make something clear. While Aunt Louise was cranky, old, eccentric, uncouth, and several other less than flattering adjectives, she wasn't a complete bitch. She just had a rather abrupt and even abrasive way of speaking. But she wasn't cruel. I had never taken the time to really get to know her during my initial 14 years, but I could tell that she kept mostly to herself and didn't particularly like people. So naturally, I assumed that she was reclusive and a curmudgeonly old bitch, as they all say in the magical land. Really, what surprised me the most was that when I first moved in, it was how normal everything seemed. At least at first. Louise cooked, cleaned, and watched TV, talked to neighbors on the phone, etc., just like anyone else would. And she told me right away that she had little in the way of expectations from me, or at least none that my parents wouldn't have. Don't stay out too late. Let her know if they're going to be late coming home. Finish your homework before you watch TV. And clean up after yourself, etc., etc., etc. Basically, the usual jazz that you hear on all the magical cartoon shows that all the cool kids seem to be watching these days. Really, what surprised me most when I first moved in, it was how goddamn normal everything seemed. At least at first. Aunt Louise... Oh, fuck. I reread the same damn paragraph. Lovely! Okay. Kind of looking at this magically. We got 48 people here. 48 people. And apparently we're getting like 13 messages a minute. So, that's just magical. Give me 1 second. All right, I just gotta quickly delete some stuff that is on the magical jazz. All right, give me 1 second here. I'm sorry, I'm kind of just fixing up the line. Okay, so at least at first, Aunt Louise. Oh fuck, I reread the same damn paragraph. Lovely. Really, what surprised me most when I... Alright. When will you make a gaming channel? I don't know if I will. I probably won't. I don't like gaming. I mean, okay. Let me rephrase that. I love to play video games. But it stresses me out when I have to play for an audience because... audiences make me feel pressured, and when I feel pressured, I stop enjoying the game, and when you stop enjoying the game, then what's the damn point? I don't know. There are good games for creepy wiki channels, creepypasta channels. I mean, I did do that series, Crappy Gaming, where I basically looked at the worst that Steam Greenlight had to offer. And that was fun. I mean, like, I still plan on doing that. I bought a few games just for Steam Greenlight, actually. So, you can expect that coming out. You know, coming out. Alright, now let's see what we can do here in terms of, you know, figuring out where I was once at. Alright, really what surprised me most? There was one rule, however. Okay. Let me just make sure... Finish your homework before you watch TV, and clean up after yourself, etc., etc., etc. Basically, Alright. However, there was one rule. One rule that was strange and stood out from all the other rules based on how strange it actually was. At first, I tried not to worry about it. Old people sometimes have peculiarities. I initially thought that all this was... What? Okay, let me redo that. Have I been haunted? Maybe. I don't know. And I am fine. Okay. However, there was one rule. and that rule was actually strange, and it stood out from all the other rules just based on how strange it was. At first, I tried not to worry about it. Old people sometimes have those odd things about them that are just odd, and I initially thought that's all it was. But I was wrong. She insisted that many times when I entered or left a room, I would just shut the door right behind me right away. It didn't matter if I was only going to be back in a room for a few seconds or if I was going to leave. If I entered a room, I was expected to immediately shut the door. And the same was true if I left it. I often forgot about this rule in my first week or so there. She never failed to remind me of it. "Shut that damn door!" she would yell. Anytime I forgot, it never seemed to matter if it was in the house. She could always tell when I had not shut the door just after opening it. Her house is old, and to my understanding, she was not its first owner. She had lived in it since Mom was a girl. I had no idea how old it actually was, in fact. It could actually have been over 100 years, judging by its design and layout. It had 2 floors, a basement, sub-basement. That last floor flew me through a bit of a loop when I discovered it existed. I was washing a load of my clothes when I noticed the doors closed. Naturally, in the far-off utility room. The basement was unfinished. It was mostly dirt flooring with bits and bobs stacked and piled and shelved everywhere. The only room you could really walk through without fear of stepping on something or knocking over a sack of pile was the laundry room, which was the only tiled floor down there. The door I found in the basement had a board laid across it. It was easily movable. It was as if Aunt Louise wanted the border there, but no one seemed to get past, if need be. What? All right, let me redo that last bit there. The story is not supposed to be immediately scary, my friend. It's called Build Up, and it's actually entertaining so far. The door I found in the basement. And besides, it's not that scary, too, because I don't have the music or anything like that in. When this is actually done, it will, actually do that. But after I'm done narrating these stories, if you guys want me to continue streaming, I could probably stream some Payday 2, and if you guys want to join in, I can. Well, you can, I suppose. Alright, so let's continue this magical jazz. 1, 2, 3. The door I found in the basement had a board that was laid across it, easily movable. It was as if Aunt Louise wanted a border there, but not to that anyone couldn't get past it, if need be. My curiosity overtook me the second time I saw it, and I slid the board away from the door and tried it. It was locked. This didn't strike me at all strange right away. That is, until I realized that this is the only room in the house, other than the doors leading outside, that Louise kept locked. I asked her about it one day, and while she was cooking. The door in the basement? She answered. That sub-basement? Not much down there. I mainly keep, preserves down there. It's cool enough for them to keep. Right, I would answer. This really didn't explain why she kept it locked, just what she had in there. So if I ever wanted to take a look around there, for the love of Christ, boy, why would you want to do that? I noticed that last response, her face changed and her tone went completely melancholic. Aunt Louise mostly wore the same expression, a scowl like someone just had tracked mud into her freshly shampooed carpet. Again, she wasn't really nasty as her expression indicated, but it was an expression she was most used to making, apparently. But when she responded to my desire to see what was behind the door, her eyebrows raised, her mouth quivered just for a second. It was so slight, others might have not even have noticed it, but by the time I knew enough about Aunt Louise to see that, to basically understand what that is. It would equate to a scream of horror. I knew I had to see what was behind that door at that moment. I've always been the curious type, you see. I've never been able to stay away from something that aroused my curiosity, even if my good sense got the better of me. I wanted nothing more than to see what was in that sub-basement. I needed it to know, but how was I to get around that lock? That was going to be an issue. Aunt Louise kept all of her keys on a single ring. There weren't many of them, but I figured if I could get that door to the sub-basement, and if I was going to get that key from anywhere, it was going to be there. I just had to find a way to take it from her. This turned out to be not so simple. For one thing, it's not possible to get around a house without being heard. I couldn't sneak from my bedroom to hers in order to sneak the keys without opening and closing all the doors between us. Mine, the door far apart from the hallways, and hers. And believe me, if I could simply leave all the doors open, she somehow knew, and I actually had this paranoia that she would figure it out even in the dead of sleep. I once had to go to the bathroom in the night, and I actually forgot to close the hallway door. I didn't really understand, but somehow she knew. Somehow she actually knew that I forgot to close the hallway door. I had just made it to the bathroom when I heard her yell, even while asleep. "Shut that damn door!" she would call out. I would hurry back and turn and went to go close the hallway door, forgetting to close the bathroom door. And then I heard it again. "Shut the damn door!" For that matter, Aunt Louise's room had a squeaky door, one that also had a catch to it. So when she opened it, it sounded like like that squeaking noise that you hear from a door opening. There was no opening that door without her noticing. It was incredibly loud, and she was a light sleeper, as I said before. Okay, so I forgot about that sub-basement door for a while. I placed my curiosity on the back burner, and I just oh, ow, ow, I nearly puked. Oh God, that hurt. Rip souls. Man, you know what we should do? We should get a few of my friends to play Dark Souls, and we should do like a co-op thing of Dark Souls. Yeah, I have a nice. Oh, that would be fun. Okay, so I forgot about that sub-basement. I nearly just puked. Not feeling too good. I'm also really hot, and I can't really turn on the fan in my room, so that's a little annoying. But, whatever. So I forgot about the sub-basement door for a while. I placed my curiosity back on the back burner, and I just tried to get along with tactum with the old woman for a while. Life got a bit easier, as long as I remembered to keep all those doors shut at all times. The two of us got along famously. She didn't really get in my face about things, and I didn't get in hers. It was a pretty silent house, but one that I got used to living in. I didn't even think it was strange anymore that every part of the house that was, access to a door was always to be shut. It would have struck me as more odd as anything if a door was left open. Actually, that brings me back to the day Aunt Louise fell asleep while watching The Price is Right. It was a summer day, and it was pretty hot. Louise was actually slightly less worried about the windows being open than the doors, but she still tended only to open one at a time. And today, she had just one open. One that wasn't doing much at all to cool down the box house. That, had zero room for airflow, thanks to Aunt Lee's chief of eccentricity. So naturally, she fell asleep, and I saw my chance. Her purse was at her feet, and she was sitting in a chair directly beside hers, reading an Avengers comic book. Ah, fuck, I fucked it up. Oh, I feel tired. Let me just lay back for a moment here. I wonder what I'm going to be doing for dinner tonight. That sounds like magical. Alright, so let's go back. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Reading an Avenger. Her purse was at her feet. Alright, her purse was at her feet. That's where we'll start. Yeah, I'm alright. Don't worry. I'm fine. I'll be fine. I'm just narrating, which is magical. Alright. Her purse was at her feet, and I was sitting in the chair directly beside hers, reading an Avengers comic book and trying to ignore the repeated calls of "come on down" from the TV. I looked over at her and I saw that she was in a deep doze. Her hearing wasn't the greatest, even when she was awake, though she was far from death. But I figured in her snooze there would be a little chance that her tiny nose, that tiny noise of me raffling through her purse might wake her up. I found her keys almost immediately and headed for the stairwell. If she woke up when I opened the door, I would just claim that I was doing a load of laundry, but she was unlikely to wake up unless I forgot to close the door, which I now never did. So that's the magical part of closing doors, I suppose. I headed down the stairs for some reason, tiptoeing even though I wasn't yet at the place I had been shut down from or shouted out from. I felt absurdly guilty despite the fact that Aunt Louise never really expressly forbidden me from going down there or from doing what I was now doing. The door to the basement was closed, but unlocked. As always, I ducked through it and I closed it, waiting a few minutes, listening for the shifting of Aunt Louise's frame in her chair, indicating that she was getting up, or perhaps that her voice was calling to ask why I was in the basement. I quietly crept for the laundry room, opened the door, and then closed it just as quick. Slipping inside, I felt for a chain, and I pulled on it. A low, eerie light flickered through the room. I had never thought of lighting as eerie as this before, but I did now. There's something about this entire endeavor that felt wrong. Just abruptly wrong. But my curiosity overrode my sense of caution, and I crept forward towards the door. I slid the board away from it. Aunt Louise had apparently pulled it back in place after the last time I had done this. The question of why she had done so played a part in my brain for a moment, but I ignored it, brought out the key ring. I found the right key, and on the third try, and I heard a loud chunk of a lock sliding away. I froze, my heart beating in my chest, wanting to hear a cry from upstairs, but I heard nothing. I heard nothing. The door opened slightly, and there wasn't any light to illuminate the staircase from beyond. I didn't even see a chain pull on the light of the stairs. My brain was screaming at the rest of my body to turn around and forget this little adventure, but I paid no heed, and I crept down the stairs, and I was feeling along the wall for guidance. It turned out there's a tiny amount of light coming through the vents in the ceiling. It wasn't much, but I could see that there was a string of light just a few feet from the foot of the stairs. A stupid place to put it. It should be right at the landing, but I walked down anyway. Alright. King Spook, you are a magical person, and you have earned your right to be... Her purse was at her feet. And you have earned your right to be, so I'm gonna call you, because You know. Give me 1 second. I actually have to open up my other Skype. Holy shit. Give me 1 moment here. By the way, after this narration, I'm planning on doing a live stream of Payday 2. So if anyone really wants to, you know, join in on that, it's magical. Huh. Where the hell is King Spook? I could have sworn. Okay, here he is. I'm gonna call up King Spook because I'm terrible. I actually gotta set my speaker to be a little bit different. And hello, King Spook. Say hello. Oh, you gotta hang on. You gotta hang on. Well, I'm too famous for the. Kidding. I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you because I'm a bad person. I have not done Jeff the Killer, and I really, if you're putting me on the spot, I can't really tell you what my favorite creepypasta story is at this point in time. Just give me a moment to make sure that you can actually hear this. King Spook, you able to say something? No? Okay. He is still fixing it because he's a bad person. Everyone talk about how bad King Spook is because he's terrible. Like, really bad. You should all go unsubscribe from him because he's bad, apparently. I don't know. I don't know why he's bad. He just is. He kind of looks like, he has that appearance, you know? He has that thing about him where he just does King Spook stuff. Hey, King Spook, hello? I cannot hear you. Oh,
okay, hello?
Hello, King Spook, I hear you.
What the?
You might want to mute the stream. Because
yeah.
I can hear you. You know.
Okay, there.
Alright. Everyone, this is King Spook. He's a good friend of mine. We've actually tried to work with each other in the past. It's just that scheduling conflicts equals scheduling conflicts, and King Spook is now existing. This is our unofficial collaboration.
Well, they can hear me in the
live
thing
stream?
now?
Yeah, they can hear you in the
cool.
live stream. They should. At least according to my OBS, you're picking up on it. So say hello.
Hello.
You're grounded.
What story is this?
This is Shut That Damn Door!
Oh, is that the one that somebody narrated recently?
Oh, I don't know. People are telling me to narrate it, so I did.
Alright. Cool. How far into the story are you? I just got here.
Oh, you're grounded. The door opens slightly. Alright, we're going from the door open slightly. As you can see, I have it like on the stream itself. I'm actually recording the live stream. Like, I'm actually recording the audio. You know?
Yeah.
So, like, this is gonna be a video eventually. Not this part. Not this part. So naturally, she fell asleep, and I saw my chance. Her purse was at her
So
feet,
you want me to shut up when you're reading the story so you can
directly
edit it
beside
together?
of a lock sliding away. I froze my heart. Actually, if you want to fuck with me and try to slip me up while I narrate, we can make this a game. We can make this a game. Who can fuck that creepy reading up the best while he's trying to read?
And we need
then,
to read Sonichu. Oh, I
wanting
love
to hear a cry from upstairs, but I heard nothing.
I can tell you a thing or two about Sonichu, my friend.
Oh, like Pickle Negro?
Negro. No, Christian Weston Chandler.
You don't know about Pickle Negro?
Oh, I know about him, yeah.
He's hilarious.
That Fort treacherous troll.
He's the best person ever. Pickle Negro.
Yeah, but he was actually a white guy if you watch the video.
Yeah, he is.
Which I don't understand. Why he called him black. Oh, it was probably because of Surf Shack Tito.
Maybe.
Because if you've seen Rocket, I think it's Rocket Power, the guy who was trolling Chris, he used this avatar who was this character, Surf Shack Tito. So I guess despite seeing that the guy was white, Chris Chan was like, "Oh, it's Surf Shack Tito. He's black." And I guess he couldn't differentiate between the fact that Surf Shack Tito is a cartoon and, this is reality. But I guess to Chris, reality is a bit distorted.
He's a guy who maced the GameStop employee because he was trying to steal their their Sonic Boom display copies.
Yeah, I know. I shit myself when I saw that. I just thought he was going to lay low for a while, but no, he had to go and do that.
Don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anybody.
That should be his new catchphrase. Okay, I'm getting a lot of calls right now, so I can't answer. I'm live streaming. Mr. Jack Matrix.
Who's that?
I don't know. A guy in the stream, apparently. I've already narrated Smile Dog, or Smell Dog, as you wrote it.
Oh, God. It's actually a pretty good story.
I do like Smile Dog. It was a good story. I narrated it, and it did fairly popularly. I think it's sitting at about 26 to 30,000 views now. So,
Nice.
and that was and I narrated it after it was cool to narrate it. So that's how you know it did good, Because all the cool cats already narrated it, and everyone already heard the story. But then I come along, and I'm just like, I'm a jackass. I'm gonna do it anyway.
More like all the cool cats notice that you narrated it, it's picking up traction, and then they narrate it and get more views.
That is true. But, that's happened to me several times.
Yeah.
Hey, I noticed that you're doing a series on your channel, the real story thing.
Yeah, you can be in one if you want.
Actually, I'm working on a top list for Halloween, and I could use your help with it. I want to do the top 30 true stories.
Is it for Tats, or is it for just your channel?
It's for me. Every Halloween, I do a special top list.
Really?
Yeah. Last Halloween, I did top 30 creepypastas.
Oh, I thought that was on Tats' channel.
No, that was mine.
You?
Yeah,
Oh.
I did that.
Yeah, I
That was
listened to it. It's pretty good. I had no idea that was on your channel, though. But yeah, sure. How many stories do you need me to read?
Well, you don't need to read them. I just need to find them. I need to find the actual best 30 ones we can find. And you actually know where to find them.
Me?
Yeah, I need to find the best ones that we can
Sure.
find. I need the actual I don't know what the top 30 is. I gotta find that.
TCR is an Austin catcher. He's Austin, but...
What's Austin Catcher? That's not my last name. My last name is Poocock.
It's like a mixture of Edgar Allan Poe and Alfred Hitchcock. So there you go.
Yeah. That's how oh my gosh, that actually is pretty awesome.
It is.
That is.
How does it feel?
Feels amazing. I'm no longer ashamed of myself.
Fuck, do you know what was weird, dude? Okay, I was looking on the internet, and I found that somebody wrote a fan fiction with me and B. Busta and Mr. Nightmare in it, and I was like, what is this? And it was like some romance story, and apparently it was written by this 14-year-old girl who likes the videos, so that's pretty interesting. And it was...
Did you see that video I sent you? The one that Kreetzork made about me?
Yeah, I saw it, and he just kind of mentioned me, and I was like, okay.
I was super flattered that he's still going on about that.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, the horror community is in, before its infancy even now. So, I mean, it's going to be a long time before it's actually anything established, I think.
It doesn't really matter. I mean, there are retarded people in there, and there's really nice people in there. And it doesn't really I mean, you can focus on the bad apples, or you could just simply try to make a group out of the good ones. You know?
Yeah, man. I don't know if you want to talk about the whole hate message thing, but you said you got a whole bunch of emails because of it.
Oh yeah,
Hello?
yeah. I got a bunch of emails.
What's up with that? But one thing I wanted to bring up.
I don't think this was a group of people. I honestly think it was one person because it was just a bunch of emails.
Well, I keep getting messages, but that hate message, I feel like he shouldn't have brought it up because the video was about his mom's cancer, but that hate message, as far as I can tell, didn't mention anything about cancer. It was just a generic hate message. Like, why did he
Yeah,
bring it up? What did it have to do with
yeah, like
anything?
the first 45% of the video was, "Hey guys, I'm depressed, haven't uploaded a video. By the way, my mom has cancer. Oh, and also this guy's a douchebag. I'm not gonna tell you who he is. I'm just gonna let you know that he has this many characters in his email. Have fun."
But
And
why did he bring it up at all?
yeah, that really was annoying. And I
Like,
actually
I've
addressed that.
gotten messages like that.
I addressed
Have
that,
you?
you know. Oh yeah, definitely. In fact, I've received now 3 videos of one guy getting mad at me because I am super too popular now.
Oh, you're
Remember?
not. No, you're not. No,
I'm not.
you're not talking about who I think you're talking about. You're talking about somebody else.
No, I've received. Okay, I think I've received up to like maybe 8 or 9 videos now. Where
The
people.
only hate video I've seen is back when you and Kenshin were fighting.
Yeah, when me and Kenshin had that argument. Well, actually, Kenshin made a video and I simply responded to it, and that was it.
Yeah, I
But
know. I saw. That's the only hate video I've seen.
yeah, there were more, but I mean, like, every time I comment on one of them, I get a bunch of fans who also kind of rag on the guy, and then person, but I've counted up to about maybe 7 videos. 3 of them were from the same person.
Where are they? I want to see these.
I
Are they
don't
gone?
know. Yeah, they're gone. Most of them are gone. I mean, they kind of went
You know what?
away
I
after
wanted
the
to bring
Kenshin
up
thing.
something.
All right, why not?
Why are you not subscribed to me? Why?
Oh, I'm on the spot now. Okay, I don't
I was
watch.
subscribed to you, but then I was like, oh, I see how it is.
Oh, it's
I
not that
see.
I'm. It's not that I'm. It's okay. It's not that I'm ignoring you. It's just I don't watch creepypasta videos.
Neither
Because
do I. I just
so
subscribed to you because I don't know. You're a cool guy.
what I do is I go on your channel and I leave a like on your videos. Whenever you upload a new one.
I appreciate that. I like your videos too. Like I'll
Yeah,
leave
I
likes on
noticed.
them.
I noticed you comment
But
on
it
them too, and I'm
seems
going
like
like King Spook comments on me. Yes, and that makes my day.
you know what
Uh,
pisses me off, man? When people when I like a video and they go click on it and they dislike it. It's like, what the fuck?
oh.
Oh, they leave hate comments.
Yeah,
You ever
fuck
had
you,
that?
Kings. Yeah, I one time commented on a video, or I collaborated with this guy. I hate everything. You guys may have seen that.
Yeah,
I
I've seen
collaborated
that.
with him, and there was this one guy in the comment section who's going like, "Oh my god, why would you work with him? He's only popular because of tats, man. Fuck this kid." I go like, really, really?
You
We're still
barely
on
bring up
this.
tats on your videos except for the State Farm one.
Oh, yes, because Jake from State Farm wanted me to, but
Really?
no, I'm kidding. No,
I thought
Maker
I
had
thought
his
they
promotion.
actually contacted you.
Maker had his promotion, and 300 of us content creators were asked to make a video, and we got like I think $50.
You know what happened to me? I got fucked over by AMC, the guys who make Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, well they wanted me to make a promotion for their video service, and then I was gonna get paid like $200 for it, and then at the end they were like, "Yeah, never mind." Fuck. What?
Yeah, I'd be annoyed too.
I was annoyed. I was
Do,
like, man,
do you have a gaming PC or what? What do you use?
I use a Toshiba from 2009.
Go get a good PC. You have a YouTube channel now.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, I'm probably going to get all my money taken from me because of the government, because taxes are fucking impossible. I don't get them. I don't know. So,
Blame the vaccines, my friend. Also,
blame the
I gotta go kick my
vaccines.
dog. I gotta go kick my dog. He just comes to my room, just to open the door, just to spite me.
Hmm. I hate everything is love. Is that like a band? Oh no, that's a channel. Never mind.
You know
Short
what?
from-
Tomorrow, I may make a live stream just commenting on that guy's video because I think that would be hilarious.
Which? Oh,
the
the guy
one,
who made the
yeah,
hate video?
he made 3 hate videos.
Did you save it?
It's on his channel, like right now. He's not taking it
Oh,
down.
well,
I I tried contacting him too. You know what he said?
are you talking about Creep's work?
Yeah, I tried contacting him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you saw that. You saw that back and forth. He was like, "Yeah, go cry in your corner." I'm going like, "Real? I'm just trying to talk to you, buddy. If you don't want to talk, I get it, but don't go pull the you should go cry yourself to sleep bullshit. That's stupid. That's annoying. That's 4chan bullshit right there."
I'm just picturing you sitting there crying with, like, that shirt on. Which one is it? The one that's like my mom thinks
Oh,
cute or
I'm my
something?
mom's
What is-
favorite. I'm my mom's favorite.
And you're just, like, sitting there. Creep's work.
Someone made a video about me. God damn it.
Mom!
Mom, bring me orange juice. Oh my god. All right, so I gotta actually narrate this. So we're gonna play the game called "You Try to Fuck Me Up While I'm Narrating" game.
Did I succeed?
No, I gotta actually record. I gotta start recording, and you're gonna try to mess me up.
All right.
Okay, so
Well, wait.
let me.
So they can hear me in the live stream, but they can't hear me on your recording?
They can't hear you on my recording.
Hmm.
I had been shut down from or shouted out from. I felt absurdly guilty despite of a lock sliding away. I froze, my heart beating in my... Alright, heart beating in the chest. Now where are we now?
Well, no, in just a moment here.
Alright, give me a second here. I gotta figure out. Heart beating in my chest, tiptoeing.
Wake me up. I can't wake up.
God damn it, where am I now?
I don't know. I just came in.
Holy shit. This is annoying. I can't figure out where I was. Heart from upstairs, but I heard nothing.
Yeah, I came to your channel. I'm not gonna lie. I came because I work tonight and I wanted to download some of your videos to listen to at work.
Oh, you actually listen to my videos?
Yeah, I listen to your videos. I thought that was obvious.
Oh, that's awesome.
No?
That makes me happy. I
Oh,
mean,
really?
I don't really listen to other creepypasta videos because I feel like shit whenever I do because I'm like, man, they narrate so good and I can't. You know?
You narrate fine. Better than like when you first started, for sure. It's pretty good.
When
I
I
like
first started, I was shit. All right, I was shit. I didn't even know how to use Sony Vegas. That's how shit I was.
I don't use Sony Vegas.
I didn't know how to use my own editing program.
In fact, I feel like I'd be lost if I tried using Sony Vegas. Like I couldn't get used to it.
What do you use?
Just Audacity.
No, like for editing the video.
Oh, like an old version of Windows Movie Maker.
You disappoint me. Kidding. All right. You know, if it works for you, it works for you. You know.
Hey, that's what MCP uses.
Oh, that is really.
Yeah.
I thought he got Well Hey Productions to do it.
He got Well Hey Productions to make his video. No, I'm pretty sure. I watched a Q&A on somebody's channel. I think it's maybe My Insane Asylum or something. It has like this weird thing with blue, I don't know, it's like a hedgehog or something. But anyways, he was like doing an interview. Well, I don't know what it is. And he talked about how he just used Movie Maker and I think he uses Vegas for the audio part or something. He uses something strange.
I mean, like, I have Vegas. I bought, like, a bunch of extra special effects. Thank you, Patreon. And, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't get my Patreon up and running. I, like, tried to, but I had no real reason to get people to give money to me. So it was like, okay.
My reason is I don't make much money, and I really want to actually make this, like, my permanent job.
You know what you have to do? I hate to say it because I want to make all the money. But you have to make the videos I'm making. That's why I've changed, because nobody watched my creepypasta narrations. I intend on making more, but I mean, no one seems to give a shit when I make them.
I'm still gonna be doing that, definitely. I'm gonna see how well this top list does, and sometime in October, I might try doing a video styled in the same way that you do it.
Do it.
I kind of want to try it. It looks really fun to do, you know?
If you want, I'll be in the video on your channel. It can be like one of the ones I make.
Oh, definitely. You gotta tell me how to do it. You gotta help me. You gotta help me out. Like, you have to be my guide. You have to be, you know, I'll be Dante and you'll be my Virgil and you'll lead me through the lake of fire.
All right. I like Devil May Cry. Just kidding.
That wasn't even Devil May Cry, damn it. That was Dante's
just
Inferno.
kidding.
You uncultured swine! Okay. Alright. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3. The door opened silently as a ghost. There wasn't any light to illuminate the staircase beyond. I didn't even see a chain pull or a light on the stairs. My brain was screaming out, "You dick! I can't do it! Bastard! You win!" The door opened silently as a ghost. Alright.
Wait, you heard that?
Yes! I'm sitting here going, I'm sitting here trying to narrate, and all I hear is, "Oh my god!" Alright, let's try this. I'm gonna try this again. The door opened silently as a ghost. I wasn't any... Okay. The door opened as silently as a ghost. There wasn't any light to illuminate the staircase beyond. I didn't even see a chain pull for a light on the stairs. My brain was screaming at the rest of my body just to turn around and forget this little adventure. But I paid no heed and crept down the stairs, feeling along for guidance. It turned out there was a tiny amount of light coming through the vents in the ceiling. There wasn't much, but I could see that there was a pull string light. Just a few feet, or just a few foot from the stairs. A stupid place to put it. It should be right there at the landing, but I walked down what appeared to be a fairly compact hallway, and I pulled the string. If possible, the light that flickered was on lower than the light that was in the laundry room. I could barely even tell I turned it on. I looked around and saw that indeed Aunt Louise did have rows of preserves down here. I was somewhat disappointed at the mundane answer to this mystery. For a moment, it seemed like a secret sub-basement was what it exactly was it was supposed to be. Except I could feel a puff of a warm breeze that should not be possible down in the dark, hard, packed earth, walls, and cooler subterranean air. The sense of wrongness was still there, and still strong, and I realized that the long row of shelves holding jars ended in a doorway at the end. A doorway that didn't have a door. I crept forward, arms in front of me, stepping carefully. The room beyond the door was dark and smelled musty. I couldn't feel the source of what this slightly warm air was supposed to be, or what it was brushing against my skin, but I was noticing that the closer I got to the room, the warmer the air became. By the time I was at the mouth of the tunnel, somehow I started thinking of this place as a tunnel by this time. The air wasn't just warm, it was humid, it was fetid, the smell went from musty to moldy. To something even worse. I was assaulted by that sense of wrongness stronger than ever. I had to get out of here. What was I even doing walking closer? There wasn't much light, but I could see the outline of another door on the other side of the room that was adjacent. Seeing the door adjacent in Aunt Louise's house was like seeing a shattered window in someone else's. It was just wrong. It was not meant to be. But then, I wasn't precisely in Aunt Louise's house anymore, was it? This tunnel was not built for this house. I knew that in my soul. This was here long before this place ever was. This place was only attached to Aunt Louise's house by short-sighted builders, unaware by what they had unearthed. What they should have, just left buried. It took me a moment to realize that the room beyond, the very room that I was about to step into, was moving. The light was too dim to really see what was happening, but there was motion behind it. Unceasing, slow, and lazy in motion. All along the walls of the floor, I could hear a slight squelching noise from its every corner. Things were crawling, expanding their pulpous flesh. And it looked at me, daring me to cross that floor and shut that door on the far side, forever closing out what might be coming through it. I heard sucking sounds. Some formless, some gelatinous in presence, stretched and flexed in the darkness. In that moment, a sense of understanding came to me. I was not the first person to stand at this door. This door could not be closed. Not the first person to see the other door. The one that was not meant to be, standing open on the other side, and knowing that it would always would until someone worked up the courage to cross the threshold that closed it. Aunt Louise had not had the courage, so she fled, and kept every door in her house closed at all times, hoping against hope that keeping the doors closed at all times would alert her to whatever was beyond that damn door. I didn't have the courage either. I turned and I fled and I never looked back. When I was 16, I moved out of Aunt Louise's house and into a halfway house. Once I was 18, I got a job upstate and moved there. I never went back to Aunt Louise's house and I never called her. Tried hard not even to think about her. But I haven't been successful. I still think back to the day when I stood in the doorway. About the squelching, the wiggling and wriggling, the things that waited in the dark. I wonder if Aunt Louise ever found the strength to cross that room and shut that damn door. Well, that's good enough for me.
That was the story? I don't even know what happened. Mostly because I wasn't here.
Mostly because you weren't here, you dumbass. That's why you're
Writer
grounded.
Josh, a.k.a. the writer named Josh. You know, I really wonder what his profession is. I don't know. What do you think his profession is?
I think he's an undercover cop.
Probably.
Just like Undercover Cop Joe.
I feel like there should definitely be a Shrek, That Creepy Reading, and King Spook crossover. And I think we should voice ourselves.
I would totally do it, but who would voice Shrek?
Donkey, of course.
No, you know who would voice Shrek?
Andy does voiceover because he has a Scottish accent.
No. Creeps work. He would totally do it for it. He'd totally do it for us.
That'd be cool.
He would totally do it for us because he loves me. Like we're bros.
Yeah.
You know, because we do really well, you know, for ourselves. And
we do. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get into details, but like specifics, but I'm pretty sure you and I make about the same amount of money, usually.
Yeah, we do.
Shit. People, if you think that this gets you rich, it doesn't.
It doesn't. I mean, I make anywhere from $300 to $600 a month.
I'll just say that
on my best month, I've made at my best month I made $890.
On my best month, I've made, I'll just say a few thousand. That's about it.
See, you're making me jealous. Why can't I get that? I want that. That'd be
I don't
awesome.
know.
I've always wanted to make more than $1,000. That'd be so cool.
Usually I make less than what you said there, though. So.
All right. So yeah, usually you make less. It doesn't matter though, because it's not like a contest. Who can make the most money on YouTube? Me?
But we can talk about our subscribers, can't we? I don't think you can get in shit for that.
No, we can't talk about our subscribers. You know how much they'll get mad at us for live streaming us talking about them? They'll be like, well, how dare you talk about me? And my subscribers
No, I
don't
mean like I just mean like in terms of numbers, not actual names.
Oh yeah, you have like 60-something thousand, 63,000 last time I checked.
I have 67,000 now.
Nice, you're catching up. We're all literally like basically the same. I'm like at 71,000.
Nice. Hey, you know who's someone you should check out though? I think you'll like his readings.
Who?
His channel's called Let's Read.
Oh, I've narrated like 3 stories with him. He's awesome.
He was supposed to be in a collaboration with me, you, and Mr. Creepypasta of that story Warning, but Mr. Creepypasta never got back to me.
Oh.
I've collabed with him before, Mr. Creepypasta.
Yeah, I
once.
don't think Mr. Creepypasta likes me anymore.
I think he's neutral on me.
No, he doesn't like you.
He doesn't?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he doesn't. I mean, I remember I've talked to a lot of the other narrators, and the issue is that the bigger narrators have this tight-knit community, you know? And
It's because I don't like Creeps McPasta, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
He can literally...
But the issue is not that he doesn't hate you, it's just that the people he works with don't like you. Because Miss Shadow Lovely,
Who gives
I don't
a
know about
fuck what
Junior.
Shadow Lovely thinks. I don't care what Junior thinks either. I tried to get him to collab. I was like, okay, let's bury the hatchet. And then he just didn't respond. And I think that's kind of petty, actually.
The thing with Junior is that he's had bad experiences with people, and he just doesn't
Good.
like
You know
talking.
what? People are dying in Africa. He can fucking get over it.
Yeah, I know. It's just
People
that he
are
doesn't...
dying. And he's mad because I got mad at him once.
No, I
and
don't think he's
apologized.
mad. I don't think he's mad at you. It's literally he doesn't talk with any other narrators. As I said,
He's probably
tight-knit
not
community.
a bad guy. But
I don't think he is a bad guy. I don't know him. I mean, like, from what I've talked to him, he was pretty funny. When I made that video about Miss Shadow Lovely, though, I mean, that comment I got from her, that was actually pretty bad.
I can't even read Miss Shadow Lovely's comments. Partly because of ADD, but partly because I just don't care.
I got this,
I don't.
when I made that video, it really wasn't a hate video. I wasn't trying to hate on the guy, you know?
Yeah.
That's not what it was about. It was about raising a question of ethics. That's what it was about, and that's what I tried to keep it about, but it didn't turn out like that. But nonetheless... I
like how when you made that video, someone got mad about your comments about Murphy, but you didn't say anything bad about him.
Yeah, I didn't say anything bad about Murphy. Murphy is a good guy.
Do you know what my main problem with the horror community is? You'll notice people act like a horde. When someone gets mad, it's not the channels duking it out, quote unquote. It's the fucking people act like fanboys.
Yeah, I don't know
and like,
why they do that. I mean, like, I've never had my fans go out and start attacking. Well, except for that one Kenshin video. That was objectively bad. But I mean, like, I've never been able... Like, people think that I have, like, legions of fans that I could just send out to attack people, you know?
I have no legions of fans unless they're, like, trash-talking me or something. They don't defend me or anything, as far as I know.
Yeah. The same here. But, like, it's not like we have legions of fans. But, yeah, with the bigger narration community, you got a kind of an older narration club. Mr. Creepypasta, and from what I can gather, his friends have been being very recluse with themselves. It's not like you can't contact them. It's not like you can't even get them to do narration. It's just that they, from what I can remember and from what I remembered back then, they really didn't want anything to do with me. I could, like, hey, Mr. Creepypasta, mind doing these lines? Sure, bro, I'll do them. And I'll be like, I noticed you're doing a live stream. Mind if I join in? I noticed it's just you and Murphy, and it would be really fun. And I'll be like, yeah, no, we're bringing in Litterbot instead. And basically, from what I remember, it's if you were around for a long time, you could be good friends with the bigger narrators. But the bigger narrators are willing to lend out a helping hand, but they don't want to interact with you personally. And I don't really see anything wrong with that. It's just that it does kind of, you know, get it turned into a bad thing when, like, say, Michelle Lovely says that you're done in the creepypasta community. And
well, people like her shouldn't be involved in horror. Horror isn't for the quote-unquote normal people. And if you're gonna act like that, frankly, you're like a bully that I went to fucking school with. I don't want to be associated with you.
Yeah, but again, I don't.
That's not the type of people who I feel.
I was really disappointed that Miss Shadow Lovely made that comment Because I really wasn't expecting that type of comment to come from her. You know, you really expect them. You really expect the people who are like really big on YouTube and the people who you really look up to respond to it. I was actually expecting some constructive criticism, but instead of being like, yo, that's not how it works, it was, you're done in the community, you fucked up, you just stop making videos. You know, and I was like, I would expect that from like an internet troll from 4chan.
I have one word for you. Cosplay. That sums it up.
But I don't have the comment. Actually, you know what? I might have the comment. I might have the comment. The cosplay thing. I don't know really what's the. I never really got into cosplay. I wanna get a that creepy reading outfit just because I think it would be very easy to make one.
Yeah, just like take a bunch of toilet paper and then put like a turban on your head and then. Oh.
Wow.
No,
I don't think
you actually probably could use toilet paper because it's like basically a wrap. You could use gauze.
Yeah, I tried using gauze before. Just that gauze is like don't really work so well, you know?
Because it constricts.
Like, okay, yeah, like it really constricts on your face and it gets really hot. What you really want to do is somehow make fabric look like it's wrapped around. And it doesn't work for your hands because wrapping gauze around your hands is like fucking impossible. I don't even know how people do that.
You can say Allah. Allahu Akbar.
Yeah. But as I said, I don't hate the other bigger narrators. It's just that I don't think that I can like get buddy with them. And when you can't be buddy with someone, it's really hard to like collab with them. For example, I can call up Let's Read any time of the day probably, as long as he's like online, and he'll be like, yo, I'll totally do something for you, or yo, I'll totally do a call with you and play some Rocket League, you know? It's easy to collab when you're talking consistently, but it's hard to get a response out of them, you know? It's like really, really hard. And
well, for me, the problem is... Oh, sorry.
And that's just where the issues come from, you know? There's a disconnect, and there's a tight-knit community of bigger narrators. It's almost like a school lunchroom. You got the seniors, which consist of, you know, Raven, Mr. Creepypasta, Michelle Lovely, the big people who've been around for a while. Then you got the intermediate, you got the, you know, like, intermediate people, the sophomores who've been here for a while. You, just anyone that has, like, basically more than 10,000 subs. And
yeah, it's like first wave, second wave narrators.
And then you got the third wave narrators who are, like, you know, Let's Read, you know, who have, like, somewhere, like, they've been narrating for a while, but they just haven't really hit their stride yet, for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
really especially with Let's Read.
Yeah, Let's Read's awesome. He should, like, get
It's
hugs.
weird.
You should twist
no
his
offense
nipples.
to you, but he's got a better voice than both of us, I think.
I like his voice, but mine and his narrations are fundamentally different. He keeps a straight tone that you can
I'm just saying...
understand a bit better. I try to go for... I actually try to turn things into more of an audiobook, while he, again, goes for the straight-up narration.
Yeah.
And it's fundamentally different. And again, I'm not saying which is worse, which is better. Personally, I prefer the acted out route where there's stuttering, but, you know, the stuttering kind of helps you immerse yourself into the role. I like that a bit better than hearing, you know, you can understand everything you're hearing, and, you know, you're hearing it for the story, not the acting. But personally, I mean, I like TV and, you know, stuff like that. So I personally prefer the acting. That's just what I prefer. I love Let's Read, though, and he's awesome. I've had him on the channel like 3 times now. Like, he did.
He's going to be in my Halloween special.
He's going to be in my Halloween special. Fuck you.
He can be in both of our Halloween specials.
It's not how it works.
Who's Muta? Oh, Mutahar.
Mutahar. Yeah, Mutahar's cool.
Mutahar.
Mutahar is kind of like that awesome guy who just kind of like smokes cigarettes outside of school. You know, he's like your brother's friend Joe who dropped out, but he's like super cool because he has a car. You know, that's Mutahar.
Who's the Randy of the creepypasta group, like community?
What do you mean, Randy?
Randy. It's just, I don't like that name.
I don't like that. Oh, so you mean the Melvin? You know?
Yeah.
That's Andy does voiceover.
What's so? The only thing about Andy does voiceover is that he doesn't like if you send him a story, he'll be like, no, until he finds one that he likes.
Andy
Or
does
is
voiceover accused me of botting my channel.
he did?
Yeah, when I first joined the community, I'm like, hey, narrators, how you doing? And go like, oh, sweet, how are you doing? I go like, I'm doing fine. How many subs do you have? I got 7,000. I had no idea there was a community. And then Andy does voiceover, basically tells every other narrator that it's impossible for me to get that many subs and that I was botting. I actually confronted him on it. He's like, there was no other logical conclusion. I was like, really? So you're a dick?
Yeah, no other logical conclusion.
Yeah, but he got really mad at me when I came into the community just because I got a lot of subs. Like right off the bat, you know.
Who cares?
And then
Like
and just so you know, the line, you're only popular because of tats, came from him, and it came from Cat Attack.
Cat Attack, nobody gives a shit about him.
Not anymore, because, I mean, like, ever since he tried to do shit to me, he kind of stopped.
Didn't he, like, send pictures of his dick to people?
I have no idea. I haven't been in the community for that long. He botted my YouTube video, though, with, like, I had a video that was like, yo, I'm selling t-shirts to help raise money to buy me a new laptop because this one's breaking, and if this one breaks, I can't make videos, you know? And he bought, like, originally it was, like, 2,000 views, like 500 likes, 0 dislikes. Check it like 5 minutes later, and it's like 300 dislikes and flagged for terrorism.
Fuck him, honestly.
I didn't even know what I did. Oh, the reason why he was mad at me is because he wanted to narrate for Tats Tops, and everyone in the community was telling me that he was a dick, so I told him no.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I think his channel actually, he, like, changed it and then didn't do anything.
Yeah, he did his one video where he edited, and it was literally like 10 minutes of people like smoking and doing alcohol. I was like, really? Is this
doing
alcohol?
alcohol?
He's doing the alcohol. Doing the do. My Twitter should be at TTV Tinker _ TTV.
Yeah, I got to. Oh, this is kind of off topic, but I got to work with B Busta on my latest video.
Who's B Busta?
It's pretty cool.
I don't know who
He's a guy who does the lists of scary stories from Reddit, and he's got more subscribers than we do.
Oh, that's cool. My main dream on YouTube is to get to 1,000. Sorry, I mean 100,000. Because then you get.
I think you passed.
I'm just waiting till I break it. It's bullshit. But yeah. I mean, when I get 100,000, I think I'll be satisfied on YouTube. Like, I'll be still doing videos. Get
100,000.
Oh, you will. You're probably gonna beat me if you keep on going at the rate you're going.
Only for a little while. You always seem to kind of be one step ahead, but that's okay.
It doesn't matter because again, it's not really fucking about subs. Who gives a shit? Like, that's the issue with the community as a whole. Like, they all focus on the subs. They're like, oh my god, how dare you get that many subs? It's like, why the fuck do you care? You know,
yeah.
instead of working together, being like, oh my gosh, we got a creepypasta channel out there that has this many subs, we're growing as a community. It's like, fuck you, I wanted to have that many subs. And
yeah.
It's not like they give a shit about money. You know, they don't give a shit about money.
Wait, this is kind of interesting, though. Isn't MCP at over 1 million now?
I have no idea. Last time I checked, he had 800,000. Because,
yeah, he's getting really close. And good. I'm glad he's got all those subs. Out of the big narrators, he's probably my favorite. It used to be Creeps, but obviously not. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, MCP seems to have the least amount of ego out of any of them. He doesn't act like he's some big celebrity. He's just normal, and that's what I like about him.
He just narrates creepypastas, and it works for him.
I like that he hasn't I know it's kind of hypocritical for me to say, but I like that he hasn't hopped on the trend of shit like I'm doing. Like, good for him. He
I
just
may
does
do one of
creepypastas.
those videos just because I think it'll be fun, but I don't think I'm going to switch my channel's focus over to that. Depending.
Not
I mean,
either.
like,
I'm gonna do creepypastas too. Still,
yeah, you haven't done any in like a month, scrub.
I haven't done any in like 2 months, 3 maybe. Because
Okay.
like it seems like nobody watches my creepypasta
Your
narrations.
creepypasta narrations generally do better than better than what I do. It's just that I produce like 3 of them a week.
I used to do that, but I can't because of my job and all that crap.
Because your job makes you be a scrub.
My what?
Your job makes you be a scrub.
Oh.
You know, and it's not that, again, I don't hate any bigger narrators. There's no hate war. In fact, I actually contacted Creeps and we buried the hatchet, kind of. You know, it's not like, you know, there's some continuous fan war. It's just that when that whole thing was going on, there were a few people who I was really disappointed in just on their reactions. Because here I am standing there going like, wow, I think I made some nice constructive criticism. And then it's like, fuck you, man, you're done. Do we have a chance? And here I am, like a year later, you know, still making videos, still doing just as well as I was doing before.
Yeah. I've had people actually, because of the whole Mr. Nightmare thing, threaten to like hack my channel if I didn't quote unquote watch my mouth and telling people to fuck off.
I watched your, I saw that. You sent me that comment, didn't you? In fact,
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, let me see if I can find that comment, and we'll post it on the live stream. Just so these people can see it. That was
Just read it out loud.
No, I mean you sent it as a picture, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find it. Okay. Windows Photo Viewer. Open file location. Let's cut this. Let's cut it and let's bring it to the pictures folder. Space it in there. And we'll just kind of show the live stream, you know, what's going on. But like, people always question, you know, going like, oh my god, some people are just giving you hate, deal with it. And, you know, then you get like things like, you know, you'll get pictures that are kind of like the one that I'm about to show you. Sorry, I gotta... But then you get comments like this. Collab with, I don't straight point the finger. I say you're the one who did it, but considering you're kinda whack and could use the publicity of someone's channel and considering how you reacted, you definitely just moved up on a list. So you're the one who, in fact, can fuck off. Keep running your mouth. Watch all your PC files disappear, all your videos on your account magically deleted, and you'll pull your hair out as your internet suddenly stops responding.
Yeah, he changed his name too right after he made that comment. Probably so he wasn't incriminating himself.
But like, yeah, people were like, yo, you should have really made the video. I'm going like, really? You know? Really? Should have made the video. When people are doing stuff like this, and it could have been avoided if some forethought was put into it, and maybe you didn't spend half a video talking about a hater that had nothing to do with cancer. Yeah.
Yeah, it... And I hate to say it, but Mr. Nightmare should probably keep a hold of his fans.
Like, it's not even like he can really control it, you know? And it's something you have to do preemptively, because fans are going to be fans, they're going to act. Like, I don't blame PewDiePie when someone comes to my channel and go like, you can't make videos about horror games, that's PewDiePie. Like, yeah, I don't blame PewDiePie for that, because, like, it's not like PewDiePie straight up said, yo, no one can make horror games but me. That's just his fans being stupid. In this situation, though, he actively caused it. He was the catalyst of it by spending half a video about your mom's cancer, talking about a mysterious YouTuber with a big name. And because if he simply did not do that, there would be no one else. You know, there wouldn't be people doing this. You know, and it could have been all preemptively stopped. It completely stopped. If he just said, you know what, I'm either gonna say the person's name so that he gets the hate that he deserves, or I'm not gonna say the person's name, and I'm just gonna say I've been getting a bit of hate lately. It sucks, but you know what, you guys are helping me through. You know, just not even mentioning the big YouTuber part or bringing up the email. You know, I mean, you could have talked about the hate without bringing it up, but yeah, I mean, if you're gonna call someone out, go all the way and call them out, because if you don't, then this is what happens, and it's happened before. A lot. And it could have been fixed, but you know, it's whatever. Everything's happened, and the best us as a community can hope for is an apology. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't hate the guy, but you know. King Spook, do you have diabetes?
No, I've got nothing against. No. Well, maybe. I don't know. Probably not.
I want McDonald's now. Someone donate to Patreon so I can afford McDonald's.
I can't even get Patreon. Nobody would donate to me.
I mean, I got 6-7 people on Patreon who donated.
Nobody wants to hear my shit. They're like, fuck you, man. Go rot in a hole, you piece of shit. And I'm like, fine.
You know, it's fine. But again, I don't hate him. I just think he kind of fucked up, and that video wasn't me saying, yo, bro, screw off, you're terrible. That was me saying, hey, man, you kind of dropped the ball, you know, just don't do it again. It would be great. Here's here's what happened, and here's how not to do it again.
Yeah. Wait, what are we talking about?
The Mr. Nightmare thing. Oh, my God. So
oh, yeah. He just... Hey, do you want to get this cryptic pasta guy in?
Not right now.
Keeps on.
Is he calling you too?
No, I haven't gotten any calls. The guy doesn't have me on Skype. Mostly because my Skype account is like my name. So. Which somehow people seem to know, considering they used my name in that fan fiction. I was like, okay.
Yeah. Maybe you can become like one of those super famous people.
Yeah, but I don't want to be famous for reading creepypastas. It'd be cool, but I mean, I wouldn't consider myself famous unless I did something like made music or, you know, Peter Gildersleeve. I can't even afford college. I'm probably going to be fucked. Like, for life. 20.
Dude, you don't need college.
If my YouTube takes off, I'll be good. But if it doesn't,
off, it'll be good. But worst comes to worst, I'll let you move in with me, and we'll be like live off of Patreon and YouTube money.
Worst comes to worst, I somehow like get terminally ill and die a horrible death. Whatever.
That would be awesome. And then I can take your like social disability checks.
Well, I thought you were gonna say that you could like take my skeleton and use it for Halloween specials.
Oh yes, I will. I'll be like, yeah, this is King Spook's corpse. I use him now for background decoration.
Hell yeah.
That would be hilarious.
I feel like you know Billy the Skeleton?
Yeah.
From MCP. I feel like that's Cat Attack's rotted corpse.
That would be hilarious. That would make my day.
It is Cat Attack. I know it is.
Us creepypasta guys gotta stick together. We'll like all of us creepypasta narrators who are like not famous enough to be considered famous, but not popular, but not like scrubby enough to be scrubs. We'll all band together and we'll like we'll like pay for a house. We'll use all our money. Cool. That would be cool, you know. Get it like
there aren't enough visual novel games. I'm just reading the chat. There aren't enough horror visual novel games that are in English. There's barely any.
Vincent V. Cava. I don't know him. I don't care about him. I know he writes stories, but I mean, I just don't care. I know
He's
MCP
alright.
and him, you know, they talk a lot and they like do collaborations, or at least MCP reads a lot of his stories. I just don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, I want
I
to
think
bring
the
this out to
bane,
be exactly 2 hours.
the bane of my existence is never being able to have an Asian girlfriend.
Well, I'm sorry,
It
but
won't happen.
I'm just never gonna get a girlfriend. I'm just gonna read horror stories and be
Good.
like, I'm gonna be homosexual with myself. You know,
Good.
I'm just gonna look at myself in the mirror and gonna be like, man, that's making me hard. You know, I bet I could star in some good pornos, man. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna end us off like this. Currently, right now, I have Patreon, and if you guys want to actually donate to that, people who are in the live stream, you can look in. I can link it. I'll link it in a second here. But
Wait, we're done?
yeah, we're done. I'm not narrating any more stories. I got all the narration done for today. I'm probably still going to talk with you after this. But, guys, if you want to support me on Patreon, it definitely helps out the channel a lot, actually. When my network wasn't paying me for, like, those 5 months, I was basically living off of the, like, $80 I made off of Patreon. And it really did help, and I really am thankful for anyone who donates. If you don't want to donate to Patreon because you're not comfortable with the idea of being charged a small sum of money every month, you can actually just go to my PayPal, which I have like in the buttons on my channel that says donations ? And you can literally send a bit of a, you know, just like maybe $1, $2, whatever. I'm not asking for a lot. If you're already able to send any, it really does help out the channel, and it helps out me because it allows me to buy stuff like food and electricity and microphone equipment. But mainly food. I usually use it for food. Like 9 times out of 10, the money goes for food so I can be happy and narrate. Because I'll usually say I'm not going to narrate anything until I eat, and then I need to buy a pizza because there's no food in the house. But whatever. If you guys want to help out, you can go here, and it will really help out the channel, I suppose. Other than that, we're going to leave for today. Expect a new video tomorrow, and have a good one.